I have proof that you will love your simple scrapbooking pages just as much years and years later. Hi, Donna Guest here, Creative Memories Advisor and Lazy Scrapbooker. You know I love simple pages, and according to this scrapbook I completed back in 2007, I always have. But 15 years later, it looks as fresh to me as it did when making it. I wanted to share this album with you not to give you lots of amazingly creative ideas, because frankly you won't find them in this album, but to show you that a scrapbook can be fast, simple, and still timeless. Who remembers when we just had strips along the edges as our borders? I of course do, and I was still using those in 2007, and they look great. These pages were all about color, with the colors of the inflatables where he was and his bright red shirt, and so I matched those with the borders and the mats of the photos and the dates and the stickers, and it looks great. And same thing here in red. A lot of journaling. That's what I'm so glad that I have so much journaling, because I would forget everything if I didn't write it down. I love the way I use the custom cutting system on these two pages. I had owned it for about 6 years, and so I had calmed down a bit with it and used it very responsibly, I think. So just one on each page to accent one photo. And here are the ones that I used right there. It looks like I used it with the red blade. And this one I would use the green blade on the outside to get that yellow border around it so perfectly. It's okay to type journaling too. I wrote down the words that he could say and what he meant by that, or what we said he meant by that. And this is a very simple page, but it's helping us remember, you know, those little milestones like that. I like to throw in pocket pages. This is a top-loading single pocket page, and we still carry those to put little artwork from daycare and any other memorabilia. And on the other side, I just slid in a scrapbook page, as you can see here. When he was young, I would do calendar pages very consistently. And I love these because it documents all the little things that he had going on, but also that page was a great catch-all for any little excess photos that didn't really go on another page, or that were not fitting on another page. I can put them here. And as you can see, sometimes I do wallpaper the whole page there. But as you can see, I also scrapbook directly on the album page quite a bit. And look, not only do we have two strips, we've got a triangle in the corner as well. But you know what? It's fine. It still looks good. And it's all about these photos and the stories that I was writing. Oh, and remember these? The wonderful, wonderful Square Maker. I've owned this for about 22 years and I still use it, and it still works like a champ. But I did this by punching a large square and then centering it on the smaller square and punching out the middle there, so I could put the letters in. These squares are a little bit smaller. That was the main Square Maker. This was the mini Square Maker. I still have that one too. And it was a great size when you're trying to squeeze in a lot of squares. I wish I could remember the name of this collection. It's so cute. I just loved it. And hey, if you like fast pages, be sure to hit like or subscribe so you'll see all future videos. Such a simple page, just the border strips. So easy. But my eye is drawn to the photos of this sweet baby who is much, much older now. I don't remember the name of this, of course, but this collection came with these stylized letter stickers that were very cute. I wouldn't want to use them throughout my album because they are hard to read, but it works on this page. This was Vellum. We used to have packs of those Vellum sayings, and when you have something that's Vellum or something that's thin, like if you have a piece of copy paper that you have something printed on that you want to include in the album as memorabilia, use the Vellum tape runner. And it doesn't come as a tape runner, it just comes as a refill that's blue, and fit it in any one of your tape runner cartridges. But it's going to attach something that's very thin without showing through, because if I had used regular tape runner, it would show through, and even the repositionable shows through a little bit. But look how much I wrote, and you can see, I can feel this, it's thicker cardstock. That's how Creative Memories used to sell their ruled lined paper. It was cardstock that was 10 by 12 in size. Now we have packs of lined designer paper, and I love it because it's lightweight, just like our regular paper. So it's lined on one side and plain on the other side. And these come in packs of 12 for only $10. So it's a really great deal. It's less expensive than this, and it doesn't weigh down your albums as much. So that was a huge improvement we made. Like I had anything to do with that. A huge improvement by Creative Memories. Again, very simple pages. But I'm looking at the boy and my husband. Now, sometimes, as you see, I do wallpaper the whole page, especially when there's such cute paper like this. Oh, and I'm not always lazy. Sometimes I do a little bit more. I'd forgotten completely about doing this page until last week when I was looking for an album to use for this video, and this one popped out at me. So I said, you know, that's really cute. I'm going to take the measurements and redo that and do a separate video for it. And I did that. I'm going to throw that link up in the top right hand corner if you want to check that out. It's a really short 2.5 minute video, but I improved upon it and I did it on all black paper, and here's what it looks like. So I'm not going to redo this page, but if I did, I would do it like this. And here's another pocket page, and it was also a nice place to insert an extra photo with a journaling box. And this was something on his daycare door at school. So cute. And then we have another calendar with lots of little pictures, and I did a lot of fussy cutting, and you know, I still do. I love that. I think it's very relaxing. So whenever there's a need for that, you don't need the background, I think it's so cute to have, you know, a person or something fussy cut just like that. It's like they're an embellishment at that point. And for the calendar, it, you know, didn't cover up all these dates, and I kept the picture without covering everything up. Oh, and now we're turning to, so I've got birthday party pictures in here, and I actually did a separate album for his birthday, a smaller album for his birthday party, but I had to put, you know, some of the pictures in here as well, since I scrapbooked chronologically. These to me are just perfect pages. I've got an easy border on each side. I've got 5 photos on each one. The only thing it's missing is journaling. I've got the title and the date, but no journaling here. This was a cute way to do that with that technique I showed earlier. I used the cutout for the letters in the middle, so I'm really using all the paper there very efficiently, and I like the way it looks. Kind of mimics the giraffe's pattern a little bit. I love saving brochures and tickets. I think they add, and receipts, they add a lot to the albums, especially when I didn't have as many pictures for one page. Oh, I miss going to places like the Children's Museum. How precious. These pages are some of the easiest, and it is my absolute favorite go-to when I have 4 photos with 2 portrait and 2 landscape. It just works out perfectly. I have a border strip and then all the photos are showing. And obviously I completed these 2 pages in probably about 3 minutes, maybe 4 with the journaling. This is a really cool technique right here. It looks like it's matted, but it's actually not. I demonstrated that recently on a Facebook Live. Every Tuesday night around 8 o'clock Eastern time, I do a Tuesday tip. And this was one recently where basically I use the custom cutting system to cut out all of that. It seems a lazier scrapbooking method would be just to mat it, but I really kind of like this. It just has a different kind of look to it. A lot like that block layout I love so much. I'm going to put my Facebook page on the screen here, so if you wanted to follow that, we're welcome to, and join me every Tuesday night at 8 o'clock for my Tuesday night tips. I love this page. That's so easy, but it's so pleasing to look at. I love the layout of those photos. Another great one, and I'm all about getting as many pictures on the page as possible without overcrowding it, but this easily, when you crop it a little bit, you can put 5 photos on a page very easily. Just remember, it's all about your photos and stories. While we have to get crafty every now and then, it's okay to have a simple style. Oh, and that's it. I've got a pocket page with memorabilia, and that's the album. It's about 4 months of photos here. This trip down memory lane, it makes me want to go find my giant 16-year-old and just squeeze him. I can't get enough of these pictures. I wasn't kidding. Thanks for watching.